Okay, so two blocks are being connected right now here. Two blocks are connected when inextensible light string. The string is passing over a smooth light pulley as shown. Find the acceleration of the blocks and tensions in the string and reaction in the pulley. So this M and 2M are connected by one single string beta. So tension at each and every point will be the same. So if this body moves down with an acceleration A, so this body also moves with the same acceleration in the front direction. Tension here it is T, this is T, this is T, and this is T, isn't it? So it is here 2mg in the downward direction. So if I'm writing an FBD for the 2mg beta, 2mg minus T is equals to 2m into your A. This small m is moving in the front direction with the force of T. So T is equals to m into your A. So from equation 1 and 2, substituting the equation number 1 into, I'm getting and simplifying it, we are getting acceleration. Once I get this acceleration, substituting the equation number 1, that will give me the tension. Then what is asking is a reaction. Reaction on this pulley is nothing but this R. This is T, this is T. These two forces are acting perpendicular to each other. So resultant force here will be equal to how much better? Root 2T. So reaction force will be equal to your how much for me? Root 2 times of your T. So it is root 2 into T value is 2 mg divided by 3. So answer is 2 root 2 mg divided by 3. Is it clear? Any doubt in this model? Clear for everyone? Can I go for the next problem? Sure. Next one. The strings are inextensible and light beta. The pulleys are smooth and the light. Find the acceleration of each block and tension in the strings. I hope, can anyone try to do this question better? First make FBD clear. This one is your 3 mg in the downward direction. That is nothing but 3g, not mg. So I'll be writing this one as of your 3g here. And here this will be equal to your 5g. And here it will be equal to your 2g. Okay, this will be your normal reaction N. If there is a tension here right now, here also the same tension, here also some same tension, and here also the same tension, and here also some tension. So if this is your T1, this one is also your T1, this one is also your T1, and this one is also your T1. So this will be your T2, this will be your T2, this will be your T2, and this will be your T2. Clear? If I'm taking an FBD for 3 kg block, the body is moving in the downward direction, beta, 3g minus T2 is equals to 3 into some acceleration. Let's say this body's acceleration, if it is in the downward direction, if this is moving in the downward direction, this body will be moving in the upward direction. That means I'll write first for the 5 kg block. For your 5 kg block, the body is moving in the downward direction, but 5g minus T1 is equals to 5 into common acceleration, equation number 1. For your 3 kg block, 3 kg block is moving in upward direction, but so it is your T2 minus of your 3g is equals to your 3 into your A, equation number 2. For your 2 kg block, 2 kg block is moving in the positive negative x-axis, so it is a T1 minus T2 is equals to 2 into your A, because this is moving in this direction, this is moving in this direction. Okay, so it is T1 minus T2. So T2 value is equals to this one. This is your equation number 3. So say from 1, 9, 2, and 3, I can get an acceleration. Can anyone tell me what is an acceleration? Add 1, 2, and 3. How much will be getting better? How much? This T1 will get if you add, this T2, this 2 will get add. 5g minus 3g, that is 2g, is equals to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is your 10A. That is equals to 2 into g value is 10. That is equals to 10 into your A. That is equals to 2 tens are 20 is equals to 10 into your A. So acceleration is equals to 2 meter per second. Clear? Find the acceleration of each block and tension in each strings. Now you can calculate the tension vector from this one, from equation 1. Clear? Sure. Now T1 చెప్పండి sir. 5G minus T1 is equals to 5A. 5G minus T1 is equals to 5A. So it is 5 into G is nothing but 10 minus T1 is equals to 5. Acceleration is 2, that is equals to 10. So it is 50 minus 10 is equals to T1. So it is 40 is equals to T1. So T1 is equals to 40 newtons. Therefore, we know the relation T1 minus T2 is equals to what? T1 minus T2 is equals to how much for me? 2A is equals to 2 into A. T1 is 40, T2 into 2 into 2, that will be equal to 4. So it is 40 minus 4 is equals to T2. That will be equal to 36. So T2 will be equal to 36 Newton. Got it? Very good. I hope everyone is clear with this one. So can anyone try this question better? Anyone try that question better? Can anyone try better? Near to the answer. Nandini? Barika?
T is equal to 1 by sine theta root of 2h by g.
Very good. Still anyone better? Afia? See what is telling is the block is released on the smooth inclined plane of inclination theta. So when the block comes somewhere here right now, you see the weight of the body acts in the downward direction, m into g. This is your normal n. So resolve it in this direction, and if you resolve it in this direction, if this is theta, this one is also theta. So this will become for me mg into cos theta, and this will be equal to your mg into your sin theta. So what is asking is, block is released on the smooth inclined plane of inclination theta. After how much time it reaches to the bottom of your plane? Initial velocity is 0. Second user relation v square minus u square is equals to 2g into your h. Initial velocity is 0, isn't it? So V is equals to how much we'll be getting? Under root of your 2g into your h, isn't it? Now can I write the h in terms of this length of the inclined plane, beta? Okay, so what will be the length, beta? Sin theta will be equal to, this is h and this will be equal to your L. Sin theta is equals to opposite by hypotenuse. So h value will be equal to how much, beta? L into your sin theta, isn't it? Now what is asking? Time, is not asking the velocity. So I can use the relation S is equals to ut plus half into a into t square. Initial velocity 0, distance traveled is nothing but equal to how much for me? L. So L is equals to your half into acceleration is equals to how much for me, beta? Can you tell me? Force is equals to mg into your sin theta. So force is your m into your a, that is equals to your m into g into your sin theta. This m gets cancelled. Acceleration is equals to how much for me? G into sin theta. So a is equals to g into sin theta into your t square. Okay, so time will be equal to 2L is equals to your g into sin theta into your t square. Okay, so that means t square is equals to, t is equals to, how much I'm getting, beta? T is equals to 2L by g sin theta. T square is equals to 2L by g sin theta. That's it. So t will be equal to under root of your 2 into L divided by g into your sin theta. If I am writing in terms of L, but L value can be written as what, beta, from this one? L is equals to h by your sin theta. L is equals to how much for me? H by your L, h by sin theta. So that is equals to under root of your 2 into h by your g into your sin theta into sin theta sin square theta. So it is under root of your 2h by g into 1 by your sin theta. So this will be the time taken. Then, is that clear? Sure. This one is. In the remain shown, all these surfaces are smooth, strings and pulleys are light. Find the tension in the string. Can anyone try to do it, beta? Just make an FBD, beta. Which force is more right now here, beta? Which inclination is more? So where the body will move, that we need to understand first. See here. This is your 53. This is your 37. So slope is more here right now. Even though they are 2 kg and 2 kg, so they may not be moving if their angles were being same. But this angle is 53, this angle is 37. So slope is more for what, beta? 53. So this is having a tendency to move in the downward direction and this will be moving in the upward direction. Okay. Sure. So I can say that this force which has been acting on that body, weight of this body in the downward direction, this is 2g. Resolve it, they'll get one component here, we'll get one component here. This is 53, this one is also your 53. This one is your 2g into sine 53. So there will be a tension in this one. 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 Here also 2g in the downward direction. If I resolve it, we'll get one component here, one component here. This one is 37. So this is 2g into cos 37. This one is 2g into sine 37. So this body is moving down with an acceleration A. So this body will move up with an acceleration A. Clear for everyone? Just write the equation, that's it. So the body is moving in the downward direction, but this one is your 2 into g is nothing but sine 30. So for block A, if it is moving, for A, body is moving in the downward direction, 2g into sine 53 minus t will be equal to 2 into your acceleration. Equation number 1, isn't it? So that means 20 into sine 53 minus t will be equal to 2 into your A. This is my equation number 1. Okay. For block B, B is moving in upward direction, but so it is t minus 2g into sine 37 is equals to your 2 into your A. That means I can write this one as of your T minus 2 into G is nothing but 20 into sine 37 is equals to 2 into A. Equation number 2. Sine 37 is how much beta? 3 by 5. Okay. 14 Newton. Okay, very good. Nandini, acceleration is 1 meter per second. Very good. Now add both of them beta. Adding 192. Adding 192. If I add both of them, this tension will get cancelled beta. So this one is of your 20 common. This one is sine 53 right here. Right. 20 will be common into sine 53 minus sine 37 will be equal to, see how much it is? Adding this one, 2a plus 2a, that will be equal to your 4a. That will be equal to 4 into your a. So that is your 20 into. So sine 53 is how much beta? 4 by 5 minus this one is 3 by 5. That is equals to 4 into your a. 4 ones are 4 5s are 20. So it is 5 into your 4 by 5 minus 3 by 5 is equals to your a. See how much I'm getting this acceleration beta? How much is acceleration?
1, sir.
1. Very good. Acceleration is equals to 1 meter per second. If acceleration is 1 meter per second square, I can even calculate what beta right now there. What is asking the other data? Find the tension. Tension in the string means I can use this relation. Equation number 1. 20 sine 53 minus t. So it is 20 sine 53 minus t is equals to 2 into acceleration is 1. So it is 20 into sine 53 is 4 by 5 minus t is equals to 2. 5 ones are 5 fours are 4 fours are 16 minus t is equals to 2. So it is 16 minus 2 is equals to t. So t will be equal to 14. Clear? This already we have done. These are also some of the problems based upon the variable masses on. This one is. Next heading. Concept of pseudo force. Concept of pseudo force. I told you that Newton's laws are not applicable in the Newton's laws are not applicable for accelerating frames. For accelerating frames. So to apply Newton's law, we introduce the concept of pseudo force. Okay, so F pseudo is equals to minus of m into your a naught. The applied acceleration ki opposite. If the body is moving in the front direction, if it is an accelerating frame, if this is moving with an acceleration a naught, pseudo force acting on this one will be F pseudo will be equal to your m into your a naught in the opposite direction. Okay, non-inertial frame. Yeah. So Newton's laws are not applicable for your accelerating frame. So we apply the concept of in pseudo force. We apply, to apply the Newton's law, we introduce the concept of your pseudo force. Okay, F pseudo is equals to minus of your m into your a naught. So let me give you an example based on this one. See this one. So we got a particle which has been sliding down a smooth incline of inclination 37 degrees, fixed in an elevator which is going up with an acceleration of your g by 3. The base of the incline is having how much length? 53 meters. Find the time taken by the particle to reach the bottom. Very good question, but a regular question based upon your pseudo force concept. So see, this lift is totally accelerating up with an acceleration of g by 3, isn't it? Base is 5 meters, angle is 53. So in this one, Newton's laws are not applicable. So in order to apply the Newton's law, what we'll do? We'll introduce the concept of pseudo force. So the weight of this body is in the downward direction, beta, m into your g. Along with that one, the pseudo force is also acting in the downward direction. So pseudo force acting on this body is also your m into your a naught in the downward direction. Okay. Now if I resolve these components right now, see here. So this will be equal to your like this one component, and there is another component like this. This angle is your 37 degrees. It is your mg into your cos of your 37. This is your mg into your sine of your 37. And this is your normal reaction. And for pseudo force, if I am taking right now there, for pseudo force also m into a naught in this direction. So in this direction, it is m into a naught into sine of your 37. And in this direction, this will be equal to m into a naught into cos of your 37. No. This body is moving from here, as it is moving in the downward direction. So what is the component I can write here right now? You see. M into ag sine theta plus both of them are in the same direction. So force will be equal to how much? M into a naught into sine 37 plus mg into your sine of your 37 will be equal to mass into acceleration. Everywhere mass will get cancelled. This is your a naught plus of your g into sine of your 37 will be the acceleration here. Okay. A naught is how much for me? G by 3 plus of your g into sine 37 is how much for me? 3 by 5. That is equals to your a. So 1 by 3 plus g is how much, beta? One by 3 plus 3 is how much? 4g by 3 into your 3 by 5 is equals to your a. So this 3 and this 3 will get cancelled. So acceleration is equals to how much for me? 4g by 5. Okay. So that is equals to 4. G value is 10 divided by 5. So that is how much for me? 8. 8 meter per second. Because this is 40 divided by 5. So acceleration a naught will be equal to whatever the acceleration you are taking, not sorry, a naught, it is a. A is equals to how much for me? 8 meter per second. Isn't it? I was asking the time taken by the particle to reach the bottom. From here to here, the time taken to come down. So I can calculate first what is the distance from here, because the base is given for me. So I can calculate this distance right now. See, like how I'm doing this one. So S is equals to your ut plus half of your a into t square. This will become for me 0. So distance will be equal to how much? Because this is given for me base. This is incline. This is your 37 degrees. Okay. This is 5. This is your L. Okay. So I can write from this problem sine 37 will be equal to how much? Or I can write here right now cos. Cos 37 will be equal to how much, beta? Base, there is nothing but of your 5 divided by your d. Or say for example of your L. So L is equals to 5 by cos 37. Cos 37 is how much, beta? 4 by 5. The 5 is at 25. 25 divided by 4 meters is the length. That means this length is nothing but L. L is equals to half into acceleration is how much we got right now, beta? Acceleration already we got 8 into your time is nothing but t square. L is equals to 25 divided by 4 is equals to half into your 8 into your t square. 2 ones are 2 fours are 8, isn't it? So this will be equal to how much, better? 25 divided by your 16. 4 into 4, this will be 16, that is equals to your t square. So t will be equal to your how much for me? 25 whole square is nothing but equal to 5 divided by 4. So it is 5 by 4 seconds. Got an idea how to do this problem? Once again, a particle slides down a smooth incline of inclination 37 degrees fixed in an elevator. That means it is an accelerating frame. In accelerating frame, Newton's laws are not applicable. That is the reason we are applying the concept of your pseudo force. Acceleration of the body is in the upward direction. Pseudo force is in the downward direction. So mg is also in the downward direction right now. Weight of the body mg. Resolving it, mg sin 37, mg cos 37. ma naught also is acting in the downward direction. Ma naught into sin 37, ma naught into cos 37. So if I'm writing all the forces along the incline, ma naught into sin 37 plus mg into sin 37 is equal to m into a. Everywhere m gets cancelled. Simplifying it, we are getting the acceleration as 8 meter per second square. Then time taken to start from here to here. Slides down a smooth inclined plane, fixed in elevator going up with an acceleration g bar. That means initial velocity of this one will be equal to how much for me? 0. So what is the kinematic equation I can use here? S is equal to ut plus half at square. Initial velocity is 0, so distance will be equal to L. Half into acceleration is 8 into time. So length is equal to how much for me? Cos 37 is 5 by L. L is equal to this one, so I got 25 by 4. Simplifying it, substituting, we get the answer as 5 by 4 seconds. Clear? Any doubt in this question? Sure. Let us try to do one more question based on the pseudo force concept data. So this one. This is also an important model. A pendulum is hanging from the ceiling of a car having an acceleration a0 with respect to the road. Find the angle made by the string with vertical and tension in the string. Okay. So what is telling here right now? We got a pendulum which has been hanging. Okay. A pendulum is hanging from the ceiling of your car having an acceleration of a0. Okay. So here this one is this. Okay. And there is a pendulum here. Okay, this body is moving with what acceleration? A0. Pendulum is hanging from the ceiling of a car having an acceleration A0 with respect to the road. Find the angle made by the string. Okay, now what happens to this one is, the moment it goes, it is an accelerating frame. It is an accelerating frame. So pseudo force will act on this one. Because of that pseudo force, this will go here, right? And it is making an angle theta. So pseudo force acting on this body is m into your a0 in this direction. Okay, so tension in the string is in this direction. Tension in this one is like this. We're making FBD right now here. So there is one force here right now. This is your T. And this one is your vertical right now. And this one is your horizontal. In horizontal, in this direction, there is a force of your m into your a0. Okay, this is your theta. Vertical also, this is your theta. That means here this will become for me T into your cos theta. And in this direction, it will be your T into your sin theta. So weight of this body is acting in the downward direction beta mg here. This is balancing the tension T before moving. Here also weight of the body always acts in the downward direction. So here the weight of the body is right now mg. So I can write here T cos theta balances your mg. And T sin theta balances your m into your a0. So this is your equation number 2. This is your equation number 1. So divide 2 by your 1. So it is a T into sin theta divided by T into your cos theta is equals to m into a0 divided by m into g. Mm gets cancelled. T and T will get cancelled. Sin by cos is nothing but tan. So tan theta is equals to a0 divided by g. Find the angle is asking, that means theta. Theta will be equal to your tan inverse of your a0 divided by g. So this will be the angle made. Clear? Find the angle made by the string with the vertical and also tension in the string. So tension in the string, see how do you get beta? So this is your tension T. So if I resolve this tension T, T sin theta is balancing this one. Squaring and adding the equation 1 and 2. Squaring and adding 1 and 2. This one is your t square sine square theta plus t square cos square theta is equals to t sine theta is m into a naught, and this will become for me m square into your a naught square plus m square into g square. T square will be common. This will be your sine square theta plus of your cos square theta is equals to your m square common into your a naught square plus of your g square. Isn't it? Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. That means t square is equals to your m square into your a naught square plus g square. So t will be equal to your m into under root of your a naught square plus of your g square. So this will be the tension. Clear, beta? Is it clear? Explain once again, sir. Okay. See, a pendulum is hanging from the ceiling of a car having an acceleration of a naught. This is your car is moving with an acceleration of a naught with respect to the ground. So this is an accelerating frame beta. So now when the when you're standing in a bus and bus moves in the front direction, you fall in the backward direction because of pseudo force, isn't it? So on this one, there is a force which has been acting in the backward direction. That is m into a naught. Okay. Now at this position, the tension in this one is T. Weight of the body is mg in the downward direction. Isn't it? Isn't it? So now I have taken FBD for this one here. This is your mg. This is your tension T. This is a theta. That means with vertical, if I am taking right now, this is theta alternate. This is angle, so your angle theta. So this is a theta. So T cos theta, T sin theta. Weight of the body is in the downward direction, mg. And m into a naught is in this direction. T sin theta is balancing m a naught. T cos theta is balancing your mg. So dividing equation 2 by equation number 1. So T and T gets cancelled. Sin by cos is m a naught divided by mg. Mm gets cancelled. So sin by cos is nothing but tan. Tan theta is equals to a naught by g. But theta is equals to tan inverse of a naught by g. Clear? Sure. Now tension is asking. Squaring and adding the equation 1 and 2. See the equation number 1. T square cos square theta plus T square sin square theta is equals to m square g square m square a naught square. That's it. So that's what I did here. T square sin square theta plus T square cos square theta is equals to m square a naught square plus m square g square. So T square common, sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So T square, simplifying it, we are getting T is equals to your m into under root of your a naught square plus of your g square. Clear? Sure. This you can try it once. With what minimum acceleration can a monkey slide down a rope whose braking strength is 2/3 of its weight? That means there is a rope here, right? Not a string. Okay. And here is some monkey. Okay. And with what minimum acceleration can a monkey slide down? So it is sliding down. So braking strength is down a rope whose braking strength is 2/3 of its weight. That means as the body is moving in the downward direction, bit. So weight of the body is in the downward direction. Tension in the string is in upward direction. So I can write here mg minus of t will be equal to mass into acceleration. Isn't it? So if I need to calculate the acceleration, a will be equal to your it is mg minus t divided by your m. That means a is equals to g divided minus t by m. A is equals to g minus t by m. What is telling in the problem is e is equals to how much? 2/3 of its weight. 2/3 of its weight. That is nothing but mg. Okay. So that means 2 mg by 3. Acceleration will become how much? G minus 2 mg divided by 3 times of m. Mm gets cancelled. So it is G minus 2g divided by 3. So G minus 2g divided by 3 is how much better? Minimum acceleration. 1 by 3. So it is G by 3 meter per second. Very good. See, Newton's laws of motion for the NEET, we are having only the basic type of questions. Don't go for very high level of questions and waste the time. Basic thing is you need to resolve, you need to know how to resolve it and how to write the equation and try to solve it and try to do the previous PYQs as early as possible. I've sent you one assignments on your what do you call the laws of motion. Have you started doing it better? Barkha? No, sir. Starting today. Saida Aisha Fatima. Which Sunday's exam beta? This Sunday's exam you can take a little bit. Possibly if you are already have some knowledge, you try to attend better. If you are not having any knowledge, so please try to avoid the exam. You can write it in the next weekend. Okay. But if you are already having some basic knowledge, you can try to go through it, or else you can go through the recording versions of this, all the lectures from the starting in the first mode. You'll get some basic ideas how to do the problems related to the block relations. Okay. The next topic, you try to follow it regularly. Maybe NLM is only one thing this time, basically. His friction is also there, beta, in the portion. I've not seen the syllabus. I'll just see it out once. Any of this is done. If you're having schedule, please try to send me. Concept of movable fully constrained. I told you roughly this one, but I'm just telling you right now the relations. See, beta, basic thing. See, there is like, say for example, this fully, and there is a block here right now, and also there is one more block here. Both of them are initially on the ground. Okay. So this is L length, this is also L length. What I did is I lifted this one to certain height. this one to somewhere here. So what happened? This block will rise to certain height, and this block also will rise to certain height because both of them are same masses. So both of them are being raised from the ground by distance of x circle. So what I did is, in the next case, I kept this fully fixed as it is. I pulled down the mass of your M and kept it back on the mass on the ground. So when I pull this M in the downward direction, this small m will go up, this will go up, right? So what is this distance? It might have been gone up to x, isn't it? That means if this point is fixed here, and if pulley is moved by your x, the free end will move by distance of your how much? To x. So write the condition. If one end of pulley is fixed, and if pulley moves by x, then free end of string will move by how much beta? X. Vice versa. Isn't it? Pulley is right now fixed beta. If string is pulled by x, then pulley moves by x. This is moving by your x, isn't it? So this will be moving by your x by 2, because if this is x by 2, then only this is x and this is x, isn't it? So if one end of the pulley is fixed and if the pulley is moving by your x, then the free end will move by a distance of 2x, isn't it? So if it is moving with velocity v, this will move with velocity 2v. If it is moving with an acceleration here, this will move with an acceleration of 2a, like that. Clear? Is this point clear, beta? If one end of the pulley is fixed and if the pulley moves by an x in the upward direction, then the free end will move by a distance of 2x. If I differentiate this one, we'll get velocity. If I differentiate the velocity, we'll get the acceleration. Then reverse of that one. If the free end is being moved by your x in the down, then the pulley will move by a distance of how much? X by 2. Clear? Any doubt in this one? Barkha, very important constraint beta. आया समझ में? फिर एक बार बोलो.
हाँ सर आया.
पक्का? आफिया?
यस सर आया.
सैदा आयशा फातिमा? One end of the pulley is fixed, and if it is pulley moves by your x, then free end of the string will move by a distance of 2x. If the string is pulled by x, then the pulley will move by a distance of your x by 2. Clear? Sure.
Sir, can you explain again, please?
Yeah. Who is this beta?
Aisha, sir.
See beta, I told you that this is the first time. This is a pulley. This is having the total length as of here L and here L. It is initially on the ground. I slowly lift it up so that both the blocks from the ground is the distance of your x. So what I did is I have been fixed this pulley here right now, and I pulled back this small m and fixed it to the ground. Okay. So if I move this already these two blocks are how much from the ground beta x. If I move this by x in the downward direction, this small m on the other side will also move by your x in the upward direction, isn't it? That means if one end of this one is being fixed down and the other end will be moving what distance beta? 2x, isn't it? So because this one is already here from here to here, this one is your x. If I pull this back here x, this will be moving by distance of 2x. That means if one end of the pulley is fixed, and if the pulley is moved by your x, the free end will move by distance of 2x. If I differentiate that one, velocity, if the pulley is moving with velocity v, then the free end will move with the velocity of 2v. If it is moving with an acceleration a, this will move with an acceleration of your 2a. Clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Sure. ధీరజ్ షెడ్యూల్ ఉందా నీ దగ్గర?
లేదు సార్.
ఫ్రిక్షన్ కూడా ఉందా లేదా నాకు ఐడియా లేదు యాక్చువల్ గా. ఫ్రిక్షన్ ఉంటే we can start the
ఉంది సార్ ఖచ్చితంగా. ఫ్రిక్షన్ అనే టాపిక్ సబ్ టాపిక్ ఉంది కదా సార్.
సబ్ టాపిక్ దీంట్లోనే ఉందా?
న్యూటన్ లాస్ ఆఫ్ మోషన్ లోనే ఉంది సార్.
ఓకే ఫైన్. ఇంకెన్ని రోజులు ఉన్నాయి ఫ్రిక్షన్ న్యూటన్స్ లాస్ మనకు? వన్ డే ఉందా ఇంకా?
ఇందులో 2 days చూపిస్తున్నట్లు ఉంది సార్. ఒకసారి చూసి చెప్తాను.
ఓకే.
రేపు ఎల్లుండి ఉంది సార్. 2 days.
Then tomorrow and after tomorrow we'll start doing with the friction. You try to complete the Newton's laws of motion applications. Okay na? And ఈ రోజు నేను అసైన్మెంట్ పంపించింది కంప్లీట్ చేయండి.
ఎందులో సార్? గ్రూప్ లోనా?
గ్రూప్ లో యాప్ లో కూడా పెట్టామనుకుంటాం. I'll send in the group also once.
Yes sir.
Okay na?
Okay sir.
Okay, take care beta. Bye.